Hundreds of teams across the state began this 2016 season with one goal in mind, to end it with a state championship. But for so many of those teams, those dreams never translated to reality, except for 8 programs who won their final game of the season in the Georgia Dome this past weekend. One of those teams, the Macon County Bulldogs, who brought the trophy back home to Montezuma for the first time in 20 years. You could feel the anxiousness in the Georgia Dome on Saturday. All the workouts, all the practices, and all the games came down to this: the Public A state title and Macon County's first chance to hoist the trophy since 1996. Led by Kahari Lane, the Bulldogs were the favorites, and they played like it. Lane hit running back Jared Daniels on a screen pass to open up the scoring in the first quarter, putting Macon County up 7-0. After a defensive battle that included big hits and bigger turnovers, the high-scoring Bulldog attack entered halftime with a 1-score lead. But that all changed in the second half. With the state record for touchdown passes in a season in sight, Kahari Lane threw 4 second-half touchdowns, including 3 to Trey Brown, to give him 56 on the season and the state record. A suffocating defense and an explosive offense, what Macon County had been known for all season, is what helped them in 2016 at the top. They beat McIntosh County to claim their first state title since 1996. It's time to celebrate in Montezuma. Congrats to the Macon County Bulldogs, your 2016 Public A state champs. You saw Kahari Lane break the record for most touchdown passes in a season. Now look at the people he's ahead of. Former Georgia quarterback Hudson Mason set the record in 2009 with 54 scores. In third, Trevor Lawrence of Cartersville, the #1 ranked quarterback in the nation for next year. But look at 4th and 5th place. Yes, that's 2-time Heisman Trophy finalist Deshaun Watson. Windsor hosting Crisp Academy, and the Knights came to play tonight. Here's Marquise Jackson to give Windsor the lead early. Later, Cameron Reynolds finds Jaquez Mann for the reverse lay-in. Knights look to be in control early. Jackson had a great game tonight. Here's a steal, and he'll go Space Ghost, coast to coast. Also, shout out to his little brother, Malik, who said what's up to me tonight. What's up, Malik? I got you. Here's some good from Crisp. Nathan Willis shows you what he's talking about. Cuts the lead to 2, but tonight was Windsor's night. Fast break. Bradbury, woo-woo, outlet. Reynolds fakes behind the back, then dishes, man finishes, and 1. That's just nasty and not fair. Windsor wins 62-51. That's all for now, but coming up later, we'll get my offense and defensive players of the year, coach of the year, and team of the year. For now, we'll send it back over to the desk. 2016 was a year for the record books. Middle Georgia is a hotbed of talented players and teams that made this season so much fun to cover. So let's do something fun right now. I'll tell you who I think our area's players, coach, and team of the year are, and you can tell me how wrong or right I am. Just tweet me at Mason Prince WGXA. My offensive player of the year, Macon County quarterback Kahari Lane. The senior set a Georgia State record for most single-season passing touchdowns with 56. Lane was one of the biggest reasons that the Bulldogs were able to take home the Public A state title on Saturday. Listen to these stats. This season, you already know about the 56 touchdowns he threw, but he only threw 2 interceptions for the entire season. That's 15 games, including a game against the ball-hawking Northside secondary. Congrats to Kahari. Now for my defensive player of the year, and I wish I could shock some people with this pick, but it's just too easy. Mary Person's defensive end, Malik Herring. The 4-star recruit led the Bulldogs to the 4A state title semifinals before they fell to the eventual champs, Cartersville. Herring finished the season with 81 tackles, 27 of those for loss, and 9 sacks. The 6'4" behemoth announced this month that he will be taking his talents to Athens next season to play for Kirby Smart and his Bulldogs. My coach of the year, Tatnall Square Academy's Chance Jones. In his first season at the helm, Jones led the Trojans to a perfect 10-0 record in the regular season and a first-round bye in the state playoffs. The Trojans fell in the semis to the eventual champ Eagles Landing, but we got a glimpse of what the Trojans will look like under Jones's tutelage. After a 4-6 season in 2015, an 8-win turnaround will definitely turn some heads. Jones will, of course, give all the credit to his players and assistants, but he also had a whole lot to do with it. Finally, my team of the year, the Peach County Trojans. No one can imagine what this team went through before their season even started. losing a teammate, Raekwon Smith, in a fatal car accident in August. But the Trojans rallied around one another, and the community of Fort Valley rallied around them. After a loss in their season opener, the Trojans won 12 in a row by an average score of 35-10. The men of Fort Valley were bounced in the semis, but finished the season ranked number 3 in 3A and should be proud of their amazing season. The Falcons are holding on to the lead in the division for at least one more week. The Dirty Birds got the win over the lackluster LA Rams yesterday, 42-14. However, the streaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers are stride for stride with Atlanta after their win over the Saints. After the game, when asked about the race with Tampa, Dan Quinn gave the most Dan Quinn answer of all time.
Well, the momentum part, I don't know, as we're going through, it's just the one spot, but we're going to throw right when we go back at it again. The next team that we play, we're going to pour it all into that. And so we don't look too far down the road. We're going to pour everything we got into this week and this performance coming up. Yeah, I don't concern myself with other teams to get ourselves ready. We concern ourselves with our own club, our fight, our intensity, so we don't look outside for anybody else to help get us ready.
Also announced today, Jeff Fisher, the LA Rams coach that they had a hand in beating so handily, is now fired and without a job.
Oh, wow.
So Atlanta Falcons probably had something to do with that with the 42-14 win. So yeah, high school football officially over. Sad, but hopefully.
Way to go, Macon County.
Tweet at me if you don't like my stuff. Macon County, congrats to them one more time. Dexter Copeland, all that whole team.